It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Command Family Medicine and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. You are listening to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Thanks so much for starting off your day here. I sure appreciate you listening. Temperatures are starting off in the mid-50s this morning, and we've got a bit of patchy fog around. So that's kind of the hazard to tell you about on this early Wednesday. The good news in the forecast today is that temperatures return to the mid-70s if you were not a fan of that cooler weather the last few days. Also, we are going to get some dry time in the forecast today, and that is a welcome change. I think most of the daylight hours are dry. So aside from this patchy fog that we are dealing with early this morning, things are looking up for us as we head into the middle of the work week forecast. We've got drier conditions on deck, and that will be the nice change. I'm looking at a high temperature today of 73. So eventually we'll burn off some of this ground fog that we see. I think a partly sunny sky will develop. That's going to happen by mid-morning. It'll take a little time for the patchy fog to get out of here, especially in places that got some of the heavy rain over the weekend or that are a bit more prone to seeing foggy conditions develop. Low-lying spots, you may see visibility drop below a half mile this morning, so use caution. Don't forget the low beams and just to plan a few extra minutes if you're listening this morning and heading out later. As we look at the weather map across the country today, well, what we get is a treat. High pressure settling in for us. It does mean that some rain and storms will return in the forecast as early as tonight, lasting through Thursday. But I think in a large part, this is going to be a pattern flip as we head into the weekend forecast. And I do expect us to remain dry today through at least the daylight hours. Showers and a few thunderstorms are in the forecast then tonight, lasting through Thursday. I think there could be some thunder and lightning, as well as some locally heavy rain on Thursday. And then I even hold on to a spotty chance for some showers and thunderstorms on Friday and Saturday as well. So we're not done with the rain chances yet. I know everyone kind of on high alert after that Memorial Day weekend flooding that we saw. Water levels around the Ozarks are up. So anyone planning for camping, boating, floating, anything like that, just make sure you check the river gauges, the water levels, and be aware that more rain is in the forecast. A pattern shift is then expected over the weekend, late this weekend, lasting through early next week, and warmer weather is set to move into the region. This will take our high temperatures back into the 80s, and today it's an improvement on what we had around yesterday. Conditions today, I think we could see some peaks of sunshine from time to time. Generally, we'll see high temperatures warm to the mid-70s. There is a chance for showers and thunderstorms on Thursday during the daylight hours, so that may limit temperatures into the upper 60s and low 70s in many spots on Thursday. I don't think the rain is a guarantee, but there's about a 60% chance for some showers and thunderstorms on Thursday. Then I'm expecting a mainly dry day on Friday before an additional chance for some showers and thunderstorms moves in here. That happens again by Saturday of this weekend. So a lot going on across the Ozarks over the next couple of days. Around the country, there's also a lot going on. Very unsettled weather. Heavy rain and severe weather continue for much of the south central United States, southeast and mid-Atlantic. We've also got some early summer heat happening for much of the West. They are going to be reminded that it's pretty much summertime around the country. We've got temperatures that are really going to be heating up and be above average for the western United States. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And with all the flooding that we were dealing with over the weekend and still are dealing with across the Ozarks, I thought a flooding question would be appropriate. What is the most flood-prone country in the world? Do you think it's A, Bangladesh, B, India, C, China, or D, Vietnam? This is a tough question because all of these locations are flood prone, but the most flood prone in the world is considered to be A, Bangladesh. It is one of the most flood prone countries in the world because it has this low-lying geography and a dense river system. Makes it particularly vulnerable to both monsoon and river floods. A significant portion of the country is affected by floods every single year, and severe floods can cover vast areas, impacting millions of people at a time. Approximately 70% of Bangladesh's land lies in a floodplain, making it susceptible to rising water levels from rivers from the Bay of Bengal. So now you know. It's A, Bangladesh. Congrats if that was your answer. All right, here's the quiz question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. We've got some foggy conditions here in the Ozarks, and that's the topic for our quiz question for tomorrow. San Francisco is a city famous for fog. What funny human name did the locals use to reference it? Do you think it's A, Ed, B, Frank, C, Carl, or D, Timothy? You can let me know your guess, or if you're from San Francisco, you've got an advantage. You may know the answer to this one. Thanks so much for listening to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. You can find your forecast up to the minute all day long at aroundtheozarks.com. That's also where you can head to answer the brain twister trivia question for the day. Thanks so much to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Have a great day. We'll chat again.